Hello, everyone. Hopefully, the screen, I'm curious if your screen is jittery as mine is. I'll be gone this week due to surgery, so you'll be getting a new package today. And if you look at it, I've highlighted the sections that I want you to be able to do this by the end of this week and the blue by the end of next week. So pace yourself through them, and there are assignments in the booklet as well that'll be submitted. Nothing here that says hand in will be handed in. All right. I can't collect all that kind of stuff plus the assignments while I'm gone for a week. That'll be over like 460 assignments. So we're not going to submit these. Again, when it says read, I literally mean just read that. There's no reason to write down that question because it's going to take too long. Do you understand it or not? If it says do, I do want you to try them. Okay. All right. So if you see that read, it just means I don't think anything more than thinking about it is all that's necessary. Okay, now I've put all the assignments online. So if I go in here and I show you what I've set up, it was already open, but it closed on me. Yes, it is me. Where did my copy of my copy go? There we are. Okay, remember, each of these things has a small lesson on it, and it takes you to the videos I've got. You won't be receiving much notes from me in this unit because they would be far too long, but there is a little lesson there. Okay, now, how do you do a formula entry in Google Docs? There's a real simple way of adding formulas. Now, you can write these assignments out and photograph them and email them to me if you want. Or you can enter the stuff online and I'll grade it as an assignment. That would be easier to keep track of it while I'm gone and I'm at home. So you can submit these online if you want. But there is a way to enter a formula quite nicely. So you go to Insert, Equation. The downside is the equation box is really quite tiny when you start off with. So what is your rate of pay? So what do? Let's try rate of pay is equal to, and we want to enter in a fraction. So these are bins of different things, Greek letters, operators, and in here, there's your fraction. So rate of pay is going to be what? Your total amount of dollars. So we'll use Q for quantity. Then you click in underneath, and that's the tricky spot. You get in there and you can click in T for time. You might find it easier to do this by zooming in, right? So this is the only problem. Now, once you've created a formula, you can make life a little bit easier on yourself by doing this. You click out of the formula, select it again, and go in here and boost her up in size. Now, you want to plug in numbers. The hard part is staying inside this equation and not being outside of it. So right now, am I inside or outside of the equation? I'm outside of it because this has gone gray. Okay? Remember, I changed the font size everywhere. So if you're inside the equation, these tools here will show up. If you're not in the equation, then you'll be back in the regular typing space. So I want to reuse this formula to put in these numbers. So it's very hard to get to the end. You see what's happening here? How do I get out of this? All right. And so what I'll do is this. I'll just copy everything, Control C, and hit it again. But now I've got two separate formulas. That will work. And then you could just go in here and put in 200 over, and then I have to click down 8 hours, 8 hours. And if I want to do a final equal sign, it can be a nightmare trying to get a separate equals that's not part of the fraction. You see what's happening now? It's decided that equal sign is above the fraction. So this will work, but it's kind of nightmarish. And then you could write out here equals, what's 20 over 8? It's 10 over 4. 10 over 4 is 2.5. So $25 an hour. And you've got yourself a formula. Okay, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to come back again and show you the next part. Where's this stuff?